Let's close the eyes and find a nice, comfortable sitting posture. Any asana that's natural and comfortable. Become aware of the spine, trying to maintain a tall and vertical spine, head, neck, trunk. Try to maintain good alignment. And to feel that subtle lengthening of the spine, gently pull the neck up, tailbone down. If you need to, make any adjustments to the position of your body so you can feel very comfortable, no strain. Let the hands rest nicely on your knees or your thighs. Lift the shoulders up toward the ears, roll them back, let them hang loose. With just a few movements of the neck, up and down, side to side. Just very gentle movements, no strain. Loosening of the neck muscles. Small circles, big circles, any movement, any random movement that you want to try. Just feel the neck area and loosen any tightness there. And finally, we bring the head back to the center with the chin positioned slightly below the horizontal level. Soften the facial muscles, soften the forehead, eyelids, lips touching very softly each other. Jaws are very relaxed. And begin to watch your breath now as you breathe in and out. Observe the flow at the tip of the nose. Monitor the movement of breath there. And just to enhance our breath awareness, see if you can feel that subtle cooling sensation in the nostrils when you inhale and the warmth of the air when you exhale. You recite Om 3 times. Take a deep inhalation. Softly open the eyes. Namaste and welcome. Welcome to day number 6 of this journey together. Purpose is to, eventual goal is to understand who we are. That's our objective. So I call it self-exploration. exploring our inner universe, right? That's our objective. Okay, to our eye exercise, head in the center. We do a little figure of 8 movement today. So keep the head in the center, spine up. Let's look at the top left corner of the eyes. Move the eyes down vertically to the bottom left, and up and across, diagonally up and across the top right, and then down to the bottom right. Once again, diagonally up and across back to the top left. They're straight line movements, creating something that looks like figure of 8. Keep the movement of the eyes smooth and continuous. And at each of the 4 corners, give a brief pause. And during the pause, try to stretch the eyes a little more. See if you can exercise the eye muscles that way. Next time you bring the eyes back to the top left, pause there briefly. Reverse the direction, go straight across, horizontally across the top right, down to the bottom left, diagonally down, and then across to the bottom right, and again diagonally up to the top left. So this is again a same figure 8 like movement. Stretching the eyes at each of the 4 corners, keeping the movement in straight lines and smooth movement. Once again, next time you bring the eyes back to the top left, bring the eyes back to the center, close the eyes and rub the palms. Cover the eyes softly with the palms, relaxing the eyes, eye muscles. And gently rub the eyelids, eyebrows, little massage around the eyes, massage the forehead, sides, cheeks, neck and the throat. And softly open the eyes. All right, so we have talked about some of the concepts from Yoga Sutras. And one of the concepts also relates to the sound of Om. So remember, we start every class with chanting Om and finish every class by chanting Om. So the natural question is there any big significance to the Om sound, right? So I just need to stretch my legs. It's just bothering me. So what is the significance of the Om sound? Why do we always start with that, end with that? There must be something important about it, right? So Om is, we have all these ancient texts called the Vedas and Upanishads and all that. Lots of these texts are there. They talk very, very highly of Om, very highly. Many of the texts it's mentioned. And one of the Upanishads, if you don't know what Upanishad is, don't worry about it. It's one of the ancient texts. There are 108 of these which are well known. And of these 108, 11 are considered to be the prime Upanishads, major Upanishads that they're called. Okay. And one of them is a very small one, Mandukya Upanishad. And that Upanishad is actually devoted entirely to discussing the Om sound, Om vibration. It's a small one, only 12 verses in there, but very deep meaning and talks about Om, Mandukya Upanishad. So I'm just going to read the very first verse of that Mandukya Upanishad. And I'm going to share that screen with the people online, so you can see that. Find it. So this is, let me see if I can. Second. All right. I'm going to read the Sanskrit first and then I read the translation. Some of you may be interested in what the Sanskrit sounds like. This is the very first verse in that Upanishad, Mandukya. Okay. So it reads like this. So read, break the words. Om ityetad aksharamidam sarvam tasyopavyakyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyat iti sarvam omkara eva. Yachanyat trikalatitam tadapi omkara eva. Okay. You read the meaning here. All right. It says Om, the syllable, is all this. Everything is Om. The whole universe. Okay. All right. And it's an aksharam. The aksharam means it's indivisible. It is, it cannot be destroyed, indestructible. Okay. All that is the past, present, and future is indeed Om. Everything. Again. Okay. And whatever else there is beyond the threefold divisions of time, which is called Kala, Teeth, and Sanskrit, beyond time. Okay. That also is truly Om. So that kind of significance, right? It's everything, basically. And it's only one example. And then it goes on to describe, Om in much more detail in the next 11 verses. And this is only one example. I said there are other Upanishads, other texts which talk even more about Om. It's mentioned in the Puranas, in many of the Upanishads. Katha Upanishad is one other example. It talks very deeply about Om, etc. All right. So,
do we know the origin of the word Om came from?
No, it's just what they say is Om. Om represents kind of the universal sound in a sense. Since you mentioned this now, what they claim is that this whole universe was created because of this Om sound. So the Om sound existed, that vibration of the Om sound existed before this creation existed.
Oh.
Okay, so that's why it's beautiful, very significant. And again, the example they gave is, look, these days, laws of physics tell us that any form of energy can be converted to other forms of energy. Heat to electricity, electricity to magnetism, you know that laws of physics. So now they claim that this energy, this Om sound energy existed. Sound energy. So somebody decided to use the law of physics and converted that into material energy and made this universe. Something like that. Okay. So that sound, they say, well, first of all, I'm kind of,
That's fine. It's interesting.
Diverging a little bit. But, how is sound created in general? What do you need to create sound?
You need to have
contact.
Contact.
Contact between two objects, Friction creates sound. This is sound, right? Now, think of this, think of it this way. There is constant movement going on all over the universe, right? Constant movement. Friction is happening all the time. The universe, the earth is rotating around itself constantly, right? And it's making friction with the atmosphere. Should that create sound? Yes. Earth is rotating around the sun's atmosphere. It should create sound. Every planet, every galaxy is moving. It's constant movement. Movement means friction. Friction means sound. Inside us, there is constant movement. Blood is flowing inside us. It's constantly creating friction against the arteries, veins, and everything. Sound. Breath is flowing in and out. Sound. So what they claim is that sound exists all over the place, all over around us. Why we don't hear it? Because that becomes the reference sound when we are born. That's what we hear. It doesn't, then becomes the reference sound then. You don't hear that anymore. So to hear that, you have to go deep into meditation. You can't hear that, they say. That's what they claim. You can hear the sound of the universe when you're in deep meditation. All right. Little digression here, but I hope it helped.
Very interesting.
So we'll talk about the what Manduke says tomorrow. It talks a little more about it, what Manduke says, what Yoga Sutra, Patanjali also talks about it. So, but since you asked this question, we'll just a brief digression, but I hope it helps understand the significance of this sound. All right. Okay. Let's do a little stretching. Get ready. Come up on your hands and knees. And under the shoulder, these under the hips. Spread the fingers wide. And as you inhale, lift the head up, tailbone up. Lift the navel down. As you exhale, round the spine, lift the navel up, lower the chin down, tuck the tailbone in. Couple more rounds like this. Inhale, dipping the navel, dipping the middle part of the spine down, lifting the navel up, and you exhale. Finish the next round, finish the exhalation. Bring the spine back to the neutral position for a moment, and then we'll sit in the Vajrasana if comfortable. I always add that. So, and it's only if comfortable. If not, go into any posture that you're comfortable in. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit in Padmasana, you can sit in a chair, on a cushion like this, whatever works for you. That's important. Right. Now remember, yesterday we talked about the three bandhas, the three locks. So let me do a very quick review to refresh your memory. So we do the Kapalbhati practice first. When we finish the Kapalbhati, at the very end of it, we will take an inhalation, but then forcefully and completely exhale all the air. It will sound like this. You almost hear a sound of, because you really want to force all the air out. Having expelled all the air, that's when you will hold the breath. After there's no more air in the lungs, hold the breath. It's called Kumbhaka. Okay? And while you're holding the breath, you will apply the three locks. Chin lock, chin goes to the chest. Navel lock, suck the belly in toward the spine. And root lock, squeeze the perineum area. Lift those muscles up, all the 3 locks. It's called Mahabandha. Now, obviously, everyone has a limited capacity, right? You can hold the breath only for so long. As soon as you have the urge to inhale, release the locks. Don't hold the locks while you inhale. Release the root lock, navel lock, chin lock. Lift the chin up. Okay. And then inhale through what?
Right.
Inhale right.
Through which nostril?
Right.
Right.
Inhale through right.
Through right.
Yeah.
And exhale through
Left.
left. Everyone got that? Let's try it out. I'm going to increase the speed a little bit today, 80 breaths per minute. Only if you're comfortable again. If you don't feel comfortable, go at your own pace. Find that sequence now where you will inhale and then forcefully exhale all the air. Apply the bandhas while you're able to hold the breath. Make sure you release the bandhas before you inhale. That's important. Finally, bring your breathing back to your natural rhythm of breathing. Just a quick review. We always want to do that so we don't forget. What's the definition of meditation? Anybody remember the definition of meditation? You have to keep reviewing it every day, otherwise you forget. I know that. What is the definition given by Patanjali? Anybody?
Yoga chitta ekatanas ekatanas
One more effort.
tanata ekatanata yoga chitta ekatanata. No.
Okay, one more effort. Anybody else?
Pratyaya ektanata.
That's right. There you go. Yeah. You have to listen to your daughter. Pratyaya ekatanata. Okay. Pratyaya is the content of the mind. So anything that's in the mind at any given instance, can you prolong that for a long period of time? It's meditation. And Patanjali doesn't say, specifically what content you should have. He eventually says any content is fine as long as you maintain that for a long period of time. But he also gives the hint in terms of when he talks about the Om, he says Om chanting is a beautiful way of attaining that state of samadhi. Okay, he talks about Om. All right. So, like I mentioned, mantra meditation has evolved as one of the more popular types of meditation. That's the one that I have been practicing myself, and I have been teaching Om, mantra. Any mantra is okay. All right. So keep repeating, reviewing this definition, because it's important to understand that what we're trying to do is to maintain the same vibration of that mantra for a long period of time. All right. Thoughts will come up. You all know that. That's going to happen. Once thoughts come up, it is important to recognize where is this thought coming from. Not at the time of meditation, but you want to eventually analyze. When you're not meditating, analyze where does the thought come from. When it goes back, where does it go away? What's making it all happen? So all those things are very important to kind of understand. So that we can continue to explore our inner universe. Like I said, there is this whole huge collection of past impressions called samskaras, deep subconscious levels. Any trigger can stir one of those and then bring up thoughts in the mind. That's what happens. You see something, it triggers something that back in the memory, brings up a thought, emotion, feeling, anything. That's what the content of the mind is. That's what brings the thought. See? But then when you become aware of something else, that thought goes away. All right. But it's all appearing, everything appears in this whole, you think of it as, I didn't get to talk about it. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk, or some other day we'll talk about that, what the content of the mind is. Okay, but it's all happening in intellect. It's called the intellect, buddhi. Right? So we'll keep talking about these things, because we want to really understand what's in there. What is in there that's causing all this disturbance, distraction, and everything. All right, let's get up and do some Surya Namaskar. Very gentle sequence. Come on, close to the top of the mat. Feet together or just slightly apart. The body should be straight and tall, shoulders rolled back. Feel nice and comfortable, very stable body. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms in front, up and back. Pull the hands up first, then push them back. Look up. Exhale, bending forward now. As you do that, keep the hands pulled away from you. Finally, drop the hands. The hands closer to the toes. Bend the knees, arms on the floor, alongside the feet. Toes aligned with the fingertips. Left foot back, knee down, buttocks down, chest up, and look up. And as you exhale, the right foot back, and you're into the downward facing dog. Buttocks lifted up, trying to press the heels down. Knees down, chest down, chin down. Ashtanga Mudra. Release the abdomen down. Lift the head up, chest up, palms up, and the legs up. Knees off the floor. Chest higher, knees higher. Palms back down, and we'll go back to the downward facing dog as you exhale. Head up, left foot forward. All the way up between the palms, right knee down, chest up. And as you exhale, bring the right foot forward, feet together. And if comfortable, straighten the legs now. If not comfortable, bend the knees. You can try to drop the chest when you exhale. Head up, bring the arms in front, all the way out in front against the ears. As you inhale, stretch up. and back. And as you exhale, straighten the body and release the arms down. Relax for a moment. Next round. Feet together. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms to the side and then stretch up. Up and back. Pull the hands up first, push them back. Press the feet a little more firmly to the ground. Press the feet down firmly, tighten the thighs slightly, push the buttocks forward. Deepen the stretch. And as you exhale, you're going to bend forward. Hands down, bring the hands behind the back. But interlock the fingers together and roll the shoulders back. You inhale, you can try to lift the hands up and away from you. Pull the hands back up. You exhale, drop the chest down. Release the hands, bend the knees, palms down, right foot back. You will keep the knee down, but raise the arms up as you inhale. A simple variation. Up and back. As you inhale, pull the hands up first toward the ceiling, push them back. As you exhale, lower the buttocks down and push them forward. Deepen the stretch. And then slowly, we're going to release the hands down, palms down, left foot back. Downward facing dog. The thighs backwards, heels downwards. Knees to the floor, buttocks back this time, child pose. Buttocks are on the heels, forehead on the floor, and just walk your fingertips away from you. This should give you a nice stretch now. Arms, shoulders, and the spine. So fingertips moving away, buttocks going back and down. Keep the hands where they are, slide the body forward, smoothly into cobra. In the cobra pose, chest is up, but the navel is down. Shoulders roll back. You stretch the elbows straight now. Variation here. We'll try the upward facing dog. Point the toes back and try to push down with the top of the feet, lift the knees off the floor. If it's comfortable, pressing with the top of the feet. If not, stay where you are. And then we go back to the downward facing dog. Lift the head up, bring the right foot forward, bring it up between the palms. And then bring the left knee down, raise the arms up. Again, that small variation, pull the hands up and back when you inhale. Drop the buttocks down, push them forward. And exhale. Slowly we'll release the hands, place the palms down, and then bring the left foot forward as you exhale. Legs are straight. And see if you can drop the chest when you exhale. Head up, arms out to the side this time. As you inhale, stretch up and stretch back. Look up if you can comfortably. And then straighten the body and release the arms down. Relax. Sit down with the eyes closed for a moment. Relax. Okay. Just kind of feel the body Any physical sensations that you might feel, any change that you observe in your breathing. As you always try, you might even be able to hear your heartbeat. Just tune into the sound of your heartbeat for a moment. And we can softly open the eyes. Do some pranayama. Let's get ready. Kapalbhati, one more cycle. Just same rhythm, same sequence. We'll remember the three bandhas at the end. Everyone should remember the sequence. If you don't, always ask questions. Go ahead. Final sequence. Inhale first and exhale completely and forcefully. And when you have no more air in the lungs, apply the three bandhas. You're done with the full sequence. Just get back to your natural rhythm of breathing. That's Kapalabhati. We'll do one round of Bhastrika. You want to come over? So we can get the rhythm going. Right. Remember, in the Bhastrika, we force both inhalation and exhalation. We also move the arms up and down, throwing the arms up and down. As we inhale, arms go up, throw them up forcefully. You exhale, throw them down forcefully. Okay? So follow along with him. This is the starting position. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Up, down. Inhale, exhale, up, down. Inhale, exhale, up, down. Keep going. Make it sound. Final exhalation, fourth full exhalation, and again do the same movement. Forcefully and completely exhale all the air, and finally, while retaining the breath, apply the bandhas. Same movement. When you're done, get the breathing back to your natural rhythm of breathing. Okay. This combination of Kapalbhati and Bhastrika, I'm sure you have experienced that. It is a very energizing sequence, very cleansing, energizing, detoxifying sequence. Gives a bit extra heat to the body. And as we all know, heat is a cleansing agent, so very nice practice. Right. That's Kapalbhati and Bhastrika. We'll move on to the practice called Ujjayi Pranayama. Does anyone remember what Ujjayi Pranayama is like? Ujjayi Pranayama. Who can explain Ujjayi Pranayama?
Sound from the neck. Sound from the neck.
Sound from here. Yeah, that's Ujjayi breathing technique. What's Ujjayi Pranayama? Anyone remembers that? Say that again, Lavanya.
The three pranayama with the Ujjayi breath, where you start with the stomach first, then the lungs and the upper chest, and then the reverse.
And then what?
Do the reverse where you exhale.
That's called three-part breathing. Talking about Ujjayi Pranayama. We did that first couple of days.
So 3-part breathing, starting with the stomach, the middle chest and the upper chest, and then holding, doing the 2 bandhas. And after that, exhaling through the left nostril.
Very good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So inhale through both the nostrils. Okay. Deep inhalation. When we inhale, same thing. Fill the belly out first, middle chest expanded, then upper chest lifted up. Right. That's the full inhalation. At the end of inhalation, we hold the breath. After inhalation, you can only apply the chin lock and the root lock. So we'll apply those two. After inhalation, chin down and apply the Mula Bandha. Right? Now, when you want to inhale, we already have inhaled, right? Now we want to exhale at some point, right? When you want to exhale, release the lock. That means the chin will go up. And you will create the Vishnu Mudra, right thumb, go the right nostril, exhale from your left nostril. And release the hands. Got it?
Can you repeat the last bit? I don't think I did it because I was not here first. Can you repeat the exhalation part, please?
Okay, so we go through the whole thing. Inhale, full 3-part inhalation. At the end of inhalation, hold the breath, apply the 2 bandhas, chin lock and the root lock. When you want to exhale, you will have an urge to exhale after some time, right? Release the lock, chin goes up. Close the right nostril with the right thumb. That's important, okay? Right nostril with the right thumb and exhale only from your left side. That's it. And then release the hands. In this practice, we only exhale from the left side. All right. And full exhalation. That means when you exhale, soften the chest, suck the belly, and at the very end of exhalation. Is that clarify, Lavanya?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, let's go ahead and do this practice now. Few rounds. Close the eyes. Feel the breath. This next round, take your time. Complete the final exhalation through the left nostril and then release the hands. And just continue the natural rhythm of breathing. It's called the Ujjayi pranayama. So there are two terms we use: Ujjayi breathing technique. Okay, remember the Ujjayi breathing technique is simply to make that subtle hissing sound when you inhale and exhale at the base of the throat. That's the Ujjayi technique. We use that for everything. We use that for alternate nostril breathing. Even use that during Surya Namaskar practice. The same Ujjayi breathing technique we use during Surya Namaskar or any asana practice. Okay? Wherever there is slow movement, slow breathing, always use Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi breathing technique. Ujjayi.
You take it from here.
So the sound comes from here. Can you hear the sound? As opposed to that's nasal. Okay, that's nasal sound. Ujjayi sound comes from here. Okay.
Flows through the neck.
Hmm?
It flows through the neck. Like
Through the throat.
float.
Through the base of the throat, there is a there's a organ called the glottis or epiglottis, they call it in medical terms. You have to constrict that, that glottis area constricted, that sound will come. Okay.
Shivaji, in the sequence we just did now, how important is holding versus doing the sequence repeated?
What do you mean? How? That's how it is. The description of the practice is to hold the breath and then, apply the bandhas.
No, you need to concentrate on holding the breath more or doing the sequences more is what I'm asking.
Both. What do you mean?
Sometimes I try to hold for a lot of time, but able to do only one or two sequences.
No. If you hold it for too long, see the key guideline is that your exhalation should be very smooth. Okay, and we have mentioned that concept of 1:2 ratio, right? When you do deep breathing, your exhalation should be roughly twice as long as the inhalation. So now if I do this, if I let's say I hold the breath after the inhalation like this. That's what might happen, right? Now, because you're not able to breathe out smoothly. The key is to hold it only as long as comfortable, and your exhalation should be very smooth, very deep, same guideline. That means there should be no strain felt. The number of rounds or whatever you were talking about, they should all be very smoothly flowing. No strain should be felt in any of the breathing techniques. That's our key guideline. With practice, the duration will improve. You will be able to hold longer, you will be able to breathe. The exhalation should become longer eventually. Slowly it gets better. Better in the sense, you will feel slight improvement as you go along with the practice, right? Don't push it, don't force it. No strain. Okay. Everyone okay with that? Any other questions or thoughts? All right. So our practice called Nadi Shuddhi, alternate nostril breathing. Vishnu Mudra, right hand, Chin Mudra, left hand. Okay. So what I'll do is, I'll guide you through the sequence, first couple of rounds, and we'll add the element of breath retention and the two bandhas after inhalation. Okay, after each inhalation, we'll do the same thing that we just did during Ujjayi pranayama. Apply the two bandhas. All right. So let's start by closing the right nostril. Exhale through the left. That exhale is only to get started. That's not counted as one of the rounds. Okay. Exhale through the left nostril now. Inhale left. Now close both the nostrils. Apply the two bandhas here. Chin lock and the root lock. Holding the breath. Release the locks. Chin up. Exhale from your right nostril. Inhale through the right. Close both the nostrils. Hold the breath. Lower the chin down. Apply the root lock also. Both the locks. Release the locks. Chin up. Exhale from your left nostril now. Inhale through the left. Close both the nostrils with the thumb and the ring finger. Lower the chin down. Squeeze the perineum. Apply the keep holding on to the nostrils. And apply the bandhas. And release the bandhas. Chin up. Exhale. Opposite side. Okay, keep going now. So your technique is to inhale, hold the breath, apply the bandhas, and release. Exhale from the opposite side. No bandhas after exhalation, no retention. We're doing retention only after inhalation. Remember that same guidelines are there. Ujjayi breaths, soft breaths, deep 3-part breaths, and exhalation. Trying to still do that 1-to-2 ratio between inhale and exhalation. So exhalation should be twice the duration of inhalation. That's why the breath retention in Kumbhaka should not impact the quality and the duration of the exhalation. It's very important. No strain should be felt. Finish the next round. Take your time. Finish the final exhalation through the left nostril. At the end of that full sequence, then you can release the hands and continue back with your natural rhythm of breathing after that. Okay, we'll sit down with the legs stretched out. Gentle stretch. Paschimottanasana. Keep the legs straight, feet together. And as you inhale, raise the arms up, pull up. Feel the lengthening of the spine. And then as you exhale, bend forward. Try to keep the spine lengthened, elongated spine. So when you inhale, pull the chin away from you. That should help you keep the spine long. When you exhale, you can drop the chest a little further down. And if the hands do not reach the toe, you should try use a strap. That always helps. Just pull it down, strap. Yeah, just put it down. That's fine. That always helps a little bit with the spinal awareness. Yeah, very nice. So hold the strap closer to the feet. Keep sliding the feet, hands closer to the feet. Elbow will become straight then. Yes, beautiful. And now as you inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, release now. Sit comfortable, cross-legged, any position now for our brief moment of reflection. So you see the eyes closed, reflecting back on our sequence so far today. Brief asana sequence in the form of Surya Namaskara and then pranayama. You want to again feel that sense of harmony between the mind and body. Always try to go back and see if at any time during the practice the mind did it try to push the body around too much, or did the body refuse to follow the instructions of the mind. It's that perfect harmony between the mind and body which keeps our practice very safe and thoroughly enjoyable and brings the best benefits out of the practice. When they are not in harmony, not only you will not get benefits, but you can damage your body, harm your body. Take the hands behind the back, softly hold the right wrist, and as you exhale, slow and smooth, bend forward. Stay in the final position for a moment. And with the next inhalation, slow and smooth, come back up. Please. Ready for yoga nidra, relaxation. Lie down on your back. As always, we'll start by going through our sequence to tighten the body, tense up the muscles in the body. That helps bring a deeper sense of awareness to the body, which helps us relax the body deeper. So if comfortable, we'll get up into the half boat. If comfortable, that's optional. Remember, always keep this in mind. You don't have to force yourself. Lift the head up, feet up. Point the toes away, legs are straight. Stretch the arms straight in front. Spread the fingers wide and tight. Make a fist with the hands. Tight fists. Rotate the wrists around. Do a few rotations in one direction. Pause. A few more in the other direction. Pause. Keep the elbows straight, fists are tight. We'll work on the facial muscles. Open the mouth, extend the tongue out, curl it down toward the chin. Eyes open, with the mouth wide open. Try and tense up all the facial and the neck muscles now. With the fists tight, pull the hands away from you toward your feet. We'll squeeze the buttocks tight. Thighs, knees, kneecaps, calf muscles, ankles, point your toes away. And now, one final effort to squeeze every single muscle in the body, top to bottom, toes to head, engaging every muscle and bring it to a real tight squeeze. And let go. Let the body, you now find a posture that's very naturally comfortable for the body. Head resting comfortably on the floor, eyes closed. You spread the feet apart, almost the width of the mat. Arms facing up. All this should feel natural and comfortable. We will go through our sequence to relax the body one muscle at a time. Let's begin by relaxing the toes. Soles of the feet, heels, ankles, calf muscles, shins, knees and kneecaps, thighs, the entire pelvic area, all the abdominal muscles. Visualize and relax the internal organs, heart, lungs, kidneys, liver. Relax the rib cage, chest, shoulder blades, collarbones. Shift the awareness to the hands, relax the fingers, palms, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, and relaxing the shoulders. Relax the buttocks, full length of the spine, muscles in the lower back, middle back, upper back, neck muscles. Now we'll soften and relax all the facial muscles, forehead, top of the head, back of the head. Every muscle, every limb feels very nicely loose and very comfortably relaxed. Just try and become aware of all the points of contact between the body and the floor. Let the body gently sink into the floor under its own subtle heaviness. Very deeply relaxed state of the body. Try and enjoy this very beautiful state of the relaxation. And to do that, we'll set the intention That while we are relaxing, when thoughts come up in the mind, we simply acknowledge the presence of the thought, otherwise pay no attention to the thought. Thoughts will come and go away. We can continue to enjoy this beautiful state of the body and the mind. Bring the awareness back to the breathing slowly and begin to breathe slightly deeper breaths. Becoming aware of your natural rhythm of breathing. And again, just follow the flow at the tip of the nose for a brief moment. And then gradually begin to stretch the fingers, curl the toes, stretch the hands, feet, arms and legs. Stretch the arms back overhead. Give a nice stretch to the body. Put the hands back and away, point the toes away. Nice stretch, and then slowly roll the body to one side for a brief moment. Slowly come back up to a sitting position. And find a position that is very, very comfortable. Any asana that's should be very naturally comfortable for you, because when we meditate, we want to maintain a position that you can maintain in total stillness. That's one of the guidelines for meditation. Okay, so always find a posture that's very comfortable. So today for our dharana practice, we'll again use one of the breathing techniques. We did this practice called samavritti. Does anyone remember that? What samavritti we did? Nobody remembers that.
Equal breathing, holding, releasing, and hold.
Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, all equal. Okay. In Sanskrit, it's called samavritti. In English, you can call it a square wave pattern because it creates a square wave. Right? A square wave pattern, right? And the practice that we'll do today, it's in Sanskrit, it's called viloma pranayama, viloma. In English, we can call it staircase breathing. Rather than square wave, staircase breathing. So the way it is done is that we break both inhalation and exhalation in steps of 2 seconds. So for example, when we inhale, we start the inhalation and inhale only for 2 seconds. So the count in your mind, the count will be Om1, Om2, Om1, Om2, Om1, Om2. That's the count, right? Inhale for 2 seconds, then hold for 2 seconds. Inhale for further for 2 seconds, hold again for 2 seconds. Inhale, hold, inhale, hold. That's why it looks like a staircase. Okay. You reach the final inhalation and hold it for maybe an extra breath, extra second, maybe 2, 3, 4 seconds. Then start the exhalation. Okay. In the final practice, exhalation also will be the same, 2 steps. Okay. Then exhale, hold, exhale, exhale, hold, exhale, hold, exhale, hold, create a staircase. All right. That's the final practice. But we'll add a little variation here. In the beginning, what we'll do is the first 2 rounds, we'll inhale in the stepwise manner, staircase manner, but exhalation, so you're taking the staircase going up, while exhaling, we'll take the elevator down. Okay, so inhale in steps of 2 seconds each, but when we exhale, a very long, deep, slow, smooth breath. Exhale. We'll do 2 rounds like that. All right. The next 2 rounds, we'll take the elevator going up. Take a very deep, slow, deep inhalation. But when you exhale, do the stepwise. Exhale, hold, exhale, hold, exhale, hold, exhale, hold. Right? So first 2 rounds, staircase up, elevator down. Next 2 rounds, elevator up, staircase down. And then from that time on, continue with both the inhale and exhale in staircase manner. Okay, we'll do it for a few rounds, and I'll let you know when to transition to the mantra meditation. Okay, I'll guide you through that. Everyone got that now? So go ahead and get started. You know the rhythm now. Remember, the count is only Om1, Om2, Om1, Om2. That's it. As you finish the next round, take your time. Always go through the full sequence of this practice called viloma pranayama, staircase breathing. And finish the final exhalation. Bring your breathing back to your natural rhythm. Shift your awareness to the tip of the nose and follow the flow there for a moment. Regular rhythm of breathing. Gradually shift the awareness to the location of the third eye. That's the spot between the two eyebrows. It's also called the Ajna Chakra in the chakra language. And imagine that vast expanse of space in front, which in Sanskrit is called Chidakasha, the space of consciousness. Imagine that you're totally engulfed in that space of consciousness. Just feel this space. You see darkness there, you can even see occasionally some colors or combinations, whatever appears, just become aware. No judgment, no analysis. Gradually transition to your own mantra meditation now. As always, when we're chanting the mantra mentally, thoughts will come up. We just acknowledge the presence of your thought. If you need to, we can label them, but let them go away. So we can get back to our mantra meditation. Once again, let's bring awareness to the breath. Again, watching the flow at the tip of the nose for a moment. Slowly becoming aware of the body, any physical sensations that you might be feeling in the body. Becoming aware of the surroundings, picking up any sound that you might hear. Join the palms together now for the Shanti mantra, prayer position. Inhale. Om Asato Ma Sargamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead me from unreal to the real, darkness to the light, from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Drop the palms briskly. Cover the eyes softly with the palms, just relaxing the eyes. Release the hands, join the palms together, raise them up, and as you exhale, bend forward. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. I bow down to all my gurus, my teachers. A very special tribute to our Guru, Sage Patanjali. Slowly come back up. Thank you all. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest